Of course. Jumping!
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Jay.
That's what I'm talking about. My name is Jay Depler, and I'm the best man. I know that's a bit redundant, but I'm here to congratulate Greg and Jackie on their betrothment today, July 11th, 2009. And nobody is more excited about this event than I. Because
Why, Jay?
Greg and I lived together for about 2 years. Oddly enough, the road we lived on was called Tall Oak Court, and I assure you, it was named after me. Nevertheless, this puts the end to rumors that have been swirling about Doylestown and the surrounding communities for the last 2 to 3 years. Greg, in fact, is a heterosexual. Yeah, prove me. I like whoever said prove it. By the way, whose cell phone went off earlier during the ceremony? Thank God it wasn't breaking up as hard to do. That would have been it. I wrote notes. I want to thank the Gorskys and the Chafees for bringing these two people into the world and ultimately into all of our lives because, Greg and I met about 12 years ago, 1997. We were playing trivia in the basement of a bar in Doylestown, as seedy as that sounds. We went to Kelly's Bar and Grill. Somebody went to Kelly's Bar and Grill also. That's good. And they had this NTN trivia, and we used to sit and play this game incessantly. I didn't know him, obviously. I walked in, I sat down at the bar to play some trivia, and my vision of my view of the TV screen was obscured by this rather large bulbous head. I asked him to move, and I was able ultimately to beat him, to vanquish him, as he was the reigning champion. I think the Biedenbender brothers, who are here somewhere, are aware of his. There they are over there. Bobby and Billy Biedenbender are aware of his quiz power. But I think the only reason I was able to beat Greg ultimately in the game of trivia is because if you've not hung out with Greg, hanging out with Greg occasionally is like hanging out with an instruction manual. He painfully details every aspect of things. And I imagine this is oftentimes the internal dialogue that occurs. If I were to ask Greg right now, where's the food? He would say, if you face northward and you take approximately 16 paces, you will see pineapples from a silver bowl, and on either side there are foods that can be consumed and later digested. You're in for that, Jackie. Oh, is that right? There you go.
Oh boy.
Earlier today, I tried to sequester Greg because I noticed that as the preparations were occurring, people kept asking him to do things. And, he's here for a special reason, and he doesn't need to be doing any extra work. So I sequestered him upstairs, and as people were talking, Barry came in, who, by the way, did a heck of a job with the ceremony. There you are, Barry. Well done. And Barry was talking about how there was going to be chairs out here for the older folks who weren't able to stand throughout the ceremony, and I was worried that there wouldn't be any space for me because there might need to be a chair for Greg. Fortunately, he was able to last through it. Give me a rim shot there, Miles. Too late. Anyway, by the way, Barry, homonyms are a funny thing. I didn't know what you meant when you said that the word associated with their relationship was sewer. Mull it over. There you go. Thank you very much. I think Bill and Hank like that back there. You can see them there. There you go. Anyway, I really do. I'm very excited about this whole opportunity. When Greg asked me to be his best man, it was one of the most flattering moments of my life. I've done this about 3 times, maybe 4 times now. This is, I'm getting old. I don't know why I end up getting chosen for this stuff, but when I was sitting around thinking, what the heck am I going to say at Greg and Jackie's wedding? I've known them for so long. My concern, of course, was, when there's a formula to giving best man speeches. And of course, the formula is you want to give a funny story about the guy who's getting married if you're the best man. And I was worried that, as I was thinking about this isn't like 24-year-old friend of mine who's getting married. He's got adult children who are going to understand everything I'm talking about. So I can't go there. But probably the best reason I can't go there is because there's really nothing bad to say about Greg. That's one of the things I admire most about Greg and I respect most about Greg, is that he's always been a trustworthy and faithful, steadfast guy. And that has become evident not only when I first met you, but over the course of the last 12 years, and I've always admired that about you. And so, Jackie, you're very lucky to be receiving him in your life. I always believed that, but it was only vetted for me when I met Jackie. Because if you don't know, Jackie works for Lockheed Martin, and she has all these incredible clearances. She can, check people's backgrounds, and I'm sure she's checked mine, and let's not talk about that. You can get that at meganslaw.com. But anyhow, I was in the bouncy pit earlier. It's terrible. But Jackie, when we first were introduced to Jackie, my girlfriend Caitlin, wherever she is, and we went to dinner, and Jackie proceeded to tell us that she actually did a background check on Greg, and that he came up clean. And I'm like, really? Greg clean? It's not like you're looking at the background of a priest. You're looking at a background of Greg. See, priests are... All right. Anyhow. I'm not doing any Michael Jackson jokes either, don't worry. But over the course of the last year and a half, 2 years, we've come to know Jackie, and Caitlin and I both agree we love Jackie, and we think she's one of the best people we've ever met in our lives. And Greg certainly held out and found himself a gem, and we're very happy to have you in our lives as well. What I'd like everybody to do, and this is purely for my indulgence and perhaps my brothers as well, because we like Greg's accent, he's got a regional thing going on. And Jeremy, one night when we were sitting out drinking, Jeremy kept putting Greg's glasses on and he kept going like this. Greg says car, bar, far, right? So when we hear this for the rest of the night, I want everybody to say, car. So here we go. We're going to go to practice right now. Car. Throughout the rest of the night, you're going to hear that, and that's how you're going to respond. But let's raise our drinks in honor of Greg and Jackie. We wish them a long life together, great happiness, and no more children. The house is full. God bless.